with our legal panel now, and 4 American citizens are suing American Airlines for discrimination after they say they were kicked off a flight from Toronto to New York City. 3 of the 4 are Muslim, 1 is Sikh. The lawsuit says they were told the captain felt, quote, uneasy about them and wouldn't fly unless they were removed. Our legal panel back once again, Lise Wheel and Bob Bianchi. These stories like these are always kind of short on details. A lot of it is he said, she said, but presumably they have flight records to back up the fact that they were ticketed, they were on the plane, and then they got asked to get off the plane. Do they have a case?
If everything is as they say in the scant information that we have, then yes. But like you said, you know, what about the airplane side, the airline side? What were they wearing? How were they acting? Were they acting inappropriately? Were they drunk? There were so many other things that can become part of this. If it's true that the only reason they were kicked off these plane, these nice gentlemen were kicked off the plane, is because they looked like Muslims and dark, then that's a problem.
This happened in mid-December, Bob, not too long after the San Bernardino terror attacks. I don't know, does an airline captain have a right to exercise extra discretion in a situation or at a time like that?
I think they got a problem with this, and I'll tell you why. There's a couple of facts that we do know. They went through all the security clearances, they got themselves onto the plane, and after they were removed without explanation and then being detained, they were actually told by one of the employees, they asked, is this because of the way I look? And the guy said, well, that didn't help. And then shortly after that, they let him back onto another plane.
They did on the second plane, but you know, you said the right word, which is discretion. There is in the code for airline pilots a huge discretion. Airlines, American, United, whatever the airline is, give pilots huge discretion to either accept or not accept somebody. Now, again, if that's the only reason, but I gotta think a seasoned veteran pilot's not gonna just kick a couple of guys out just because of the way they look. You
know, I've been around long enough to watch police officers and prosecutors. I was one myself. Exercise their discretion, Lise, and you do too, from your years as a former federal prosecutor. And unfortunately, you do have some people that don't utilize that discretion properly. There is nothing that's been indicated in any of these reports that this was based on behavior or any kind of indication that it would be a safety risk to the pilot or the passengers on this plane. So I think there's going to be a problem here unless they can use their discretion, but they have to articulate a reason.
They're asking for $6 million each in terms of damages. I don't know, in this lawsuit happy society.
I mean, of course, it's a lawsuit happy society, but no, I mean, if they prove that's punitive damages, I mean, the guy came after him, but there's more here than we know.
We'll see. Lise Wheel, Bob Bianchi.